Hey guys, it's me, Veralyn. So, since I graduated 2 years ago, I have been uninsured. I was going to get on my dad's plan after the whole health insurance reform passed and coverage to dependents was extended to age 26. But after I found out how much it was going to cost him, I decided not to push it. And sadly, a lot of people I know have their own why I don't have health insurance stories.
I don't have health insurance right now.
Why?
Because I can't afford it.
Well, I guess that's because unemployment.
I was insured with the parents. I think they just forgot to renew 1 year, and so I got left off. So I was uninsured for a while. I don't go to the doctor all the time. I am a guy.
Wait, what does that mean?
I go when something hurts.
The problem with waiting until something hurts, eventually something will hurt.
I got sick. I started feeling sick in December, and I didn't find out what was wrong with me until August.
Wow.
And I was in the doctors from December. So December all the way to August, even the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And my symptoms were the same symptoms for pretty much every other illness. Night sweats. I lost like 30 pounds. What really was doing it for me, I had like a pinch, or it felt like my arm was a stabbing pain right in my shoulder, and that is the worst because it would really hit me at night. I'm trying to go to sleep, and this thing is just stabbing me, and so that wasn't good, and that's really what made me go to the doctor. I have an interesting disorder. It's a syndrome. It's called HES, hypereosinophilic syndrome.
What's that?
Basically what that is, my white blood cells, there was too much for a long time. I don't know if I was born with it. Doctors really don't know. They say between 2,000 and 5,000 people in America have it.
So when you got your bill, how much was it for?
I believe the final total, and this was really just for the emergency room visit, was $25,000. It was three days in the emergency room, but because they were doing all these tests, CAT scans, MRIs, pretty much anything you could possibly do. And I was doing a CAT scan a day, and CAT scan, they put that fluid in your veins. Like, the fluid costs extra. The machine, like, they charge you for all that. So it was like $25,000 for a 3-day visit.
Did you pay it?
Of course not.
When I hear horror stories like that, getting health insurance seems like it needs to be a top priority. Until you start researching and seeing how much it actually will run you.
I was willing to pay, which is crazy, like between $350 and $400 a month. Only because as a business owner, I could write it off as a business expense at the end of the year. Granted, it was going to be one of those things like, okay, it's a struggle, and I was going to take a portion of money that I was going to invest into my company and just allocate it to health insurance, and just at the end of the year write it off and flip it into the following year. It was like this whole scheme, which is crazy that I had to think about this whole scheme to possibly have health insurance. But me and my accountant was like, yeah, we could play around with like, $350 to $400. I was like, huh, that works. Okay, let's try. I could not find a plan in New York City that was respectable for less than, I want to say, like $574, and that was a bare bone. Now we're talking about a plan that I actually wanted. The cheapest one was like $990, and it went from like $990 a month to $1,200 a month, and this was individual / small business insurance.
On the flip side, there are some low to no cost health insurance plans that go based on your income. And after getting that $25,000 bill, Kevin found one. Metro Plus.
I figured out what was wrong with me in August, and I think I applied for Metro Plus in August as well. I got it by October, and in October it covered pretty much anything that happened before in the last few months. It is good. You can go to the dentist, get your joint clean just because.
Is that like a different feeling from when you didn't have insurance? Like, do you revel in it?
I do. I enjoy it. Just being able to do it.
Regardless of whether you have health insurance, you probably still need birth control. Because I know if I can't afford insurance, I damn sure can't afford a baby. I recently got the Mirena IUD put in. It cost me almost $500 for 5 years, and that's compared to paying almost $200 per doctor's visit to get a 6-month supply of the pill, which will run me anywhere from $15 to $50 per month. I asked Brandy how she meets her birth control needs.
I usually just get a prescription from the doctors, and I do the mail order from drugstore.com.
Okay.
Who tends to have a better price on the birth control that I use, which is Jasmine.
Okay.
And so they send it in 3-month supplies, and it's like $163 for the 3-month supply packet.
Okay.
Which is not bad. Which isn't bad. I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, I want to spend $163 every month, but every 3 months. But when I run the numbers, it's cheaper than a child, so I just go, I just stick with this one.
The cost of healthcare sure can pile up without health insurance. And actually, the cost of birth control is still pretty costly, even with the plan. But all that can change if the Department of Health and Human Services include birth control as a preventive service under the new health reform. That means no copays and no deductibles. Here's hoping that works out, and to me getting health insurance so I can actually benefit from it.